Hello everyone, this is Christine aka Dr. Simple Budgets, and we are back for another video. It is the end of September and I wanted to do a little kind of a let's set up the month chit chat video. I have a lot of things to share with you, a lot of updates to my budget and my income and all the things that I'm doing. And if you're new to my channel, I am a zero-based cash stuffing budgeter. I have half of the money in the bank, and that money is automatically drafted out to my bills, which I track in my planner. So these are all my bills that go out. So I'm already set for September here. And then everything that is not a bill, it's cash stuffed. So we'll put this to the side because we've already done that and we've already been to the bank as well. And also, if you're new to my channel, from time to time, at least once a month, I will do a video on the psychology of budgeting or cash stuffing. So if those things interest you, thank you and welcome to my channel. To all my current subscribers, I have a few new subscribers. Hello. And also I have a Ko-fi shop for everybody. So all of that is going to be linked in the description below if you're interested in getting freebies on my Ko-fi shop as well. So I recently got paid and I'm very happy to report that my probation period ended and I got a bump in pay. In fact, my boss gave me a very significant bump in pay, like very significant. So I am thrilled to the moon about that because many of you know that I have a lot of student loan debt and I have a plan to pay that off, which is great. But even though I have a plan to pay it off, it's still taking a hit onto my budget. Well, it's not anymore because I got a very, very significant increase in pay. And some of you also know that I do have to return to the office starting in October. Parking is going to cost me $100 a month plus the extra gas that I have to now put in my gas tank to get to and from work. And that's an extra hit to my budget. But with this pay increase, it's not going to hit it at all. And another thing is I got really proactive and decided that just to make sure, because I didn't know how much of a pay increase I was going to get. I didn't know. He didn't even, like, I don't know. He's kind of funny that way. I guess he didn't want me to know. But he gave me like the maximum increase that I could get. And so, you know, I didn't know how to budget. And so I started to refinance my Jeep. So I started to refinance my Jeep so that I could have a lower payment on it, even though it was going to extend the life of my loan another 2 years. Well, I mean, I was kind of like, so what, you know? If it allows me to pay for my student loans, pay to drive to and from work and park there, then so be it. I don't care if it's an extra 2 years, so what? And so I was approved. I was approved for that loan refinance. And so my monthly payment on my Jeep is going to lower beginning in the month of October. So like everything hits in October. The student loan payments hit, the extra money toward parking and gas hits, and I get a lower payment on my Jeep all in October, which means that none of my cash stuffing is going to suffer at all. As a matter of fact, the amount of money that I'm going to be cash stuffing now is going to actually increase. So that means that I can hit my goals much faster. I can stuff my emergency fund and my high yield savings much faster. I can even give myself more of a grocery budget. And I'm just really absolutely thrilled with how proactive I've been, with how hard I've worked at my job and really proven myself to be one of their top employees, that I should get such an incredible pay raise after passing probation. And also it just makes me love my job even more. Even though I have to go in a couple days a week, I love my job so much. So I'm so blessed and I'm so fortunate. And it's just such a weight taken off of me. It's such an incredible weight taken off of me. So we are at the end of August. I had a wonderful birthday month. I did go to the Kai concert last night. Actually, there's something I want to share with you on that really quick. Okay, this is what I wanted to share. There was this young lady who was giving out these free, really cute bracelets. My daughter instantly recognized her as somebody who is on TikTok, who was putting these bracelets together. Apparently, she goes to all the K-pop concerts and she always puts bracelets together. And so this is what I got from the concert. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a little peach on it, which is so perfect. If you know who Kai is, you know. If you know, you know. She put an ace on there because, you know, she thinks that Kai is the ace of the group, and I kind of agree with that. And then also, this is the Kion. Can you see that? You probably cannot see that, but I will insert a picture of me wearing this bracelet right here. And I'll insert a little bit of the concert footage right here. And then what I absolutely love about this is, I'm not crazy about this as a bracelet, but I am crazy about it as maybe a binder charm because my pink Tiny Tuesdays binder doesn't have a charm in it right now. And as you saw, I did switch over from my original green binder as my original Tiny Tuesdays binder into this pink binder. If you want to see all the changes that I made to my binders, I posted that video a few days ago, so you can check that out. But I just think that, you know, I'm gonna take these charms off of here and, you know, as a memory, I'm gonna put it on my Tiny Tuesdays. I think actually the peach matches that so cute. So I am going to make a binder charm out of this, and I'm gonna give her a shout out also in my description area too, if you wanna follow her on TikTok. With that being said, let's get to all of the cash stuffing. So I went to the bank today, and as you know, usually I pull out about $900 or so, but with the increase of my pay at work, I actually am starting to pull out just a bit more money. And that amount this time was $1,143. Now, I can't get too excited because I have a little thing coming up this month that I planned for called new front brakes. Do you all remember me talking about this? So I have $626 basically that I'm going to be paying next week toward getting new front brakes on my car. And it's a now or never type of a thing. So I'm going to do it now before all the student loan kicks in and the going back to work kicks in and all of that. So let's put this away. And I'm quite sure, I don't know, I had a different cashier at the bank today. I don't know. Yeah, these are all in different directions. So give me a moment to organize all of this cash that I have here. I could probably fan it out even more than that. Yeah, that's an ugly photo because they're all in different directions. So give me a moment to get this fixed up. Okay, and I've got it all together now. So here is the cash spread of $1,143. Alrighty. So what I wanted to do with this video also is just talk a little bit more about my birthday vacation, because I don't think I ever shared any of that footage with you all. So I am gonna share that footage at the end of this video so you can see how my time in Palm Springs went. Let's see. But now all of the bills are facing the same way, which is, you know, the way most of us like it. And let me see, these are the 10s. And it's interesting too because I spent my buffer last night on gas. I got in my car to go to the concert and I realized, I was like, you know what? It was at the Shrine Auditorium. So I was like, well, I mean, I went to USC, so I'm comfortable with USC, but I know how it is after dark over there. And I was like, I don't want to be getting gas after dark. So let me just spend my buffer, which was like $20 left over from last month. So now I have to pay myself back $20 in gas. And I pulled that buffer amount out of my emergency fund. So I'm going to set this 20 aside because that needs to go. Well, let me find a nice 20. That's not bad. Let me see if there's a nicer one in here. It's probably not, because my bank is notorious for ugly. Look at that, chewed on bills. Let's see, that one's not too bad. Between these two, I think this is the nicer one. So yeah, I'm going to put that back in my emergency fund to pay me back. And let's see, and then we have a couple 50s here, and we have 600 here, and all 600 of this is definitely going toward car care. So how did I do this like that? Let me try this one more time. Try 20s. Let's see. Oh, I put my 5s and 10s together. This is why I shouldn't be doing this backwards. I should have been doing it from biggest bills to smallest bills. Looks like these are all the 5s. And it looks like these are all the 1s. Okay, great. And I think the other thing I'll stuff today, since I am owing myself back $20 here, which I have all my notes, I will just go ahead and stuff my emergency binder. Okay? Because confession here is, we bought the tickets to go see Kai at the beginning of August, was it? Like during my birthday trip, my daughter and I were just lounging around the pool, and then she's like, Kai is coming to town. And I was like, we need to go see that. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna pull that out of my emergency fund. Is seeing a concert an emergency? Absolutely not. So I always had it in my head that I was going to pay myself back. So first, let me pay myself back for the gas. And I need to make a promise to myself also that, like, I don't need to keep pulling out of my emergency fund for things. That is the second time. First was Kai, second was gas. I don't want to make it a habit to be pulling out of my emergency fund. This is supposed to be stacking money, not like a take money and pay yourself back situation. So that's gas. Now with Kai, yes, I took $100 out. What I decided to do was put this placeholder in here instead of taking $100 and putting it in here. What I did this morning was I put 75 of that into my high yield savings account. And so that means I owe myself another $25 to make this $100 placeholder whole again. Does that make sense? So there's now $75 more in my high yield savings account. I am going to make the normal payment to my high yield savings account that I do every month, but I'm going to come back next month and pay myself back the rest of this $100 for the Kai ticket. I will put that $25 into my high yield savings account so that this $100 placeholder makes sense. And you're probably thinking, well, Christine, why don't you just put other placeholders in there? For me, it's kind of, this represents that I am paying myself back for that ticket to go see Kai. And I just want to leave it in there. And I know I pay myself back another $25 to my high yield savings. What does this get today, though? Okay, today it's just going to get $15. That's it. So it gets a 10, and I usually like to take the nicest bills and put them in here. These are all nice for a change. Usually they're garbage. Let me see if I have any nice 5s at all. Probably not. Let's see. Decent. Oh, that's a nice one. There we go. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and put $15 in emergency funds. So there's another 5. There's another 5. And then here is another 10. And that means I get to color some of my balloons. Okay, because that's how much I contributed for this month is $15. Alrighty. So let's see. Once again, I got a color from 50 miles away. I'm not gonna do it this time. Actually, this time I think I'm gonna color one of these 10s, and then I'm gonna color a 2 and a 3 here. So 10, 2, and 3 is gonna make 15, and yeah. Right, so we have colored in 3 more balloons. I think I already updated the tracker here. Yes, I did. I have $75 IOU to high yield savings, which brings the total to $215. And then I needed to color 15 today, $140. Okay. And then next month, I already have it set up for October. I owe you to high yield savings 25, so 240, and color 75. I'm gonna stuff $75 next month into this in cash, and it'll bring my total to 315, which is where I'm supposed to be in the first place, because I did subtract the $100 here for Kai tickets. I was at 225 and it brought it down to 125, but I'm restoring it back, and that's where we'll be. Okay, now just so you know, my high yield savings as well as this emergency bank binder, they really fulfill the same thing. Once it goes into my high yield savings account, it does not ever get touched, whereas this bank here is really to help me, like if I ever need change for something, I need to break bills or something, I don't go to the bank. This acts as my bank. But the downside to it is, again, I kind of have cash on hand to do crazy stuff like go to a concert, which I'm not supposed to do. So I try to leave this alone, and I definitely leave my high yield savings. I mean, I never take anything out of there. That's not what it's for. So whenever I feel the temptation to pull money, I'm not pulling it out of my high yield savings. I'll pull it out of here first if I have to. But that is that. And I can put these away. Okay, so let's get ready to start putting some of these categories together. I think what I'll do is I will pull out some clips here that I have. I think I put a clip in here. Yes. If I need more, I'll get another one. I know where they are. I just have 4 right here. But let's start with my brand new vacation binder. I do have a charm on the way, the little turtle, that I think is going to match my new vacation binder really well, because I have my little turtle friend here. This is a actual pin that goes on your clothes. It belonged to my mother, and so I wanted to have that in there. And then I'm going to get a little charm turtle too. But my note to myself here is to begin this with just $10. So that's what we're going to do today. It's not much, but I'm not worried about this binder right now. I just want to put a little bit in there to get it started. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we're gonna stuff this in another video later on. So let me go ahead and put a clip on it here. And we will stuff this one later. This one again, so this is my randomizer binder. And this binder is just to kind of play games, because I love randomizing games, and to give me just like a little extra boost of money to some of my sinking funds that I already have. So I think this one gets $22 for the month of September. I have low numbers right now because, again, I gotta pay for my car brakes. Okay, so we have $22 going in here, which I believe is gonna be quite a few $5 bills. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 5, 10, 15, 20, and then 1 and 2. So $22 will be playing games in this binder. And really, when I have all those 5s, it just means that I'm going to be condensing some of the 1s that I already have in here. my personal binder. So this used to be my month ahead binder, but I wasn't feeling it because white is my second favorite color, and pink is not my favorite color at all anywhere. Sorry to all you pink lovers out there, but my most favorite color is yellow followed by white. So I decided to switch my personal binder to white, and I love having a white binder. Like, this is very, very, very me, and I love it so much. And this binder is also getting $22. So I believe it's getting a 10, 2 5s, so 20, and then 21, $22. All right. So we will stuff this later as well in another video. And this is my personal binder. Yellow and white. Okay. All right, and here is my new month ahead binder. I love how slick this is. I love this slick black. But this is now my new month ahead binder. And month ahead is not getting a lot at all, but it is getting something. So it looks like I'm giving myself $16 here. Yep. Oh, I have this is new, everybody. I made myself a fully funded. Isn't that cute? But yes, month ahead is getting $16, so it's going to get 2 5s, and then it's going to get $6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and $6. Great, great, great. And I am going to go and get some more clips really quickly, and I'll come right back. Okay, I'm back with some more clips. So I think we still need to do my Tiny Tuesdays binder as well. So it looks like we're doing 3 Tiny Tuesdays this month. So we're gonna do 5, 10, 15, and then it looks like we're doing 15 ones. No wonder I have so many $1 bills. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, $15. Okay. So that's going to take care of Tiny Tuesdays and some buybacks if needed. Sounds like a good plan to me. And of course, I can do this because I get paid once a month, and once I know exactly how much money I'm bringing in for the month, I can pre-plan all of these binders way ahead of time, because of course, bills get paid first, and then everything left over is what goes in the binders. And so it makes it very easy for me to plan each month what is getting what. All right, so there's my Tiny Tuesdays binder all set. Okay, next we have our beautiful red Celebrations binder. And this month it's getting $30, so the same thing. 5, 10, 15, and 15 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. There's an extra $1 there, and I know what that is for. We will stuff these categories later on as well. Okay. And last but not least, we are going to stuff my purple sinking funds binder. All right. And we already know car maintenance is getting a whopper full of money. In fact, all of the rest of this money here is going toward this binder. We should have a total of 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 50, 700, 20, 40, 60, 80, 800, 810, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 865, $866 that we're going to be stuffing in my sinking funds for the month of September. And of course, 626 of that is going to go toward new front brakes and front rotors. So I'm so excited to do that. Recently, my oldest brother was in town visiting and kind of checking in on my parents. He will come in and do like anything techie that needs to be done at my parents' house. But he lives in another state, and the rest of the time I'm looking in on my parents. And he helped me install some new headlamps and bulbs into my Jeep. So now I have like the most blinding bright neon what is it called? Neon? Yeah. Xenon. No, that's what it is. Xenon headlamps, and my Jeep looks so cool. So I'm really happy that the next thing that I'm going to do for my baby is get it some new front brakes. So that concludes all of the binders for now. And I will go ahead and now share with you just a little bit of footage from my birthday trip to Palm Springs. And we have a timeshare in Palm Desert, which is just down the road. And that timeshare has been in the family for, I want to say, like 30 years, okay? And that is now my actual timeshare. So I get 1 week out of the year there, and I usually like to do that on my birthday. So I'll put the footage there of my timeshare out in Palm Desert. And then, you know, we did spend time in Palm Springs, and we also went to the casino, to the buffet and all that. We also went to the outlets a couple times. I didn't put a lot of footage of that trip because my girlfriends who I went to junior high school with, I more or less have video of us, one photograph of us at dinner, and then I have some more footage of my condo there that I have the timeshare in, and, you know, dinner and some of the things that we did. I had a wonderful time. Of course, I split the time with my girlfriends and then half with my daughter as well. So please enjoy the rest of this video, which is just footage from my birthday. And please like this video and subscribe to my channel. We are going to get down to the nitty-gritty in the next few videos for the month, and we're going to be cash stuffing, okay? So I will see you all then, and I'll see you on Tiny Tuesday this Tuesday as well. So enjoy the footage until I see you again. Take care. Bye.